Wrong bank, lady, by user 100 tons of cheese. Not really, and I don't work here. More like I don't work where you think you are. Years ago I worked for a bank, let's call it Cheese Bank, as a desk officer, and the lady came in complaining about overdraft fees on her account. I asked her for her account number and said I'd take a look. Entered her account number. Nothing came up. Tried with her SSN. Still nothing. Tried just a name search. Still nothing. Me, ma'am, I'm sorry, I can't find your account. Customer, well, what do you mean you can't find it? I've banked here for years. I gave you the account number right off my statement. Do you know what you're doing? Me, may I see your statement? At that point she flung her statement across the desk at me with an annoyed air. As soon as I saw the statement I could see the problem. Me, ma'am, this is a statement for the Bank of Evil. Customer, yes, so? Me, ma'am, this is Cheese Bank. Bank of Evil is a block down on the left. Pointing in the direction of Bowie. At that point she looks around and realizes her mistake and turns 7 shades of red. I hand her statement back and she meekly says thank you. I say sorry, I couldn't help, point her in the direction of her bank, and she leaves. Later that afternoon she comes back and sits down at my desk and apologizes for her behavior. She was so impressed with my composure and customer service in the face of a royal bitch of a customer that she closed all of her accounts at her bank and wanted to open them with me at this bank. I opened 3 new accounts that day worth about 100k. My 10-year-old sister doesn't work here, lady, by user Earth scale. Technically, I guess it's my sister's story, but here we are. My siblings and I are on vacation in a seaside town known for being fairly quiet and family-friendly. It's mid-June, so it's starting to get crowded, but not a ton. School ended this week here. Last night we were walking around the center and stopped at a shop that has a large space outside but still under a roof, a sort of open porch full of shelves and stalls and baskets of things. We approached one of the stalls, the classic ones with 1 minus 2 euro items, because we needed some clothespins, and while we were considering which ones to get, my little sister of 10 years old, she looks maybe a little bigger but not by much, walked around the stall and then came back to us. At this point this lady, old but not too old, 60 to 70 years old, approached us and held out her hand with some coins inside towards my child sister, saying here, here. We were all shocked for a moment. The first impression was that the lady was giving money to my sister to buy something. Probably the lady realizes our expressions and says to us, always with a fairly high tone of voice, who do I have to give the money to? At this point we notice that she has a package of something in her hand, and we answer we are customers too. The cash register to pay is inside the shop. She answers us all. I thought the girl was here to check the stall since before she was on the other side, and I had to pay her and she went away. What can I say? Child labor is beautiful and without receipts 2/S. How do you professionally say, I cannot help you, leave me alone? A few years ago I was new to my job and had some free time on my hands. One of my colleagues from another department got sick and went on a longer leave, so I took over their role for a little under 2 months in total. It was a fun time where I learned a lot about the structures on other departments and how to deal with cross-functional teams from all over the world. Fast forward to last year, a customer who more or less all departments are in exchange with for one thing or another tried to ask me questions about my colleague's product. I politely told them that I've only helped out for a short time years ago, and to please ask the people in charge. Customer wouldn't have any of it and point blank told me that they'd be asking the actual people in charge in case I couldn't answer all of the questions, but would like me to try and answer first. They even tried to pressure me into a half-day workshop on the same day because it was urgent. Of course, I told them I had no clue about any of their questions since this wasn't even my department, but they didn't care. They wanted me. I ended up declining the invite and told the actual department in question what was going on. They took care of it. Until this day, I have no clue what the customer's insistence was about. My guess is that they wanted someone to blame for a missed deadline or something. Awkward first I don't work here encounter, by user flimsy ups minus 3376. Well, I just had my first I don't work here experience, lol. I'm Canadian born Chinese and was shopping at an Asian grocery store, carrying my wallet, phone and car keys. A lady walked up to me and the encounter goes, Lady, do you know where the sticky buns are? Me, oh, I'm not sure. Lady, okay, so you are mainly in this department. Gestures the current beauty department we're standing in. Me, I don't work here. Lady, oh, I'm sorry. You are wearing a blue shirt. The store employees wear green aprons. You look very efficient. Slowly walks away. Me think you awkward chuckle. Don't wear dickies to Walmart. By user potential most minus 3,581. Not really a huge story, but I used to work in a machine shop just down the road from my local Walmart. I wore blue dickies work pants and shirt to work every day. I stopped at the local Walmart to get a loaf of bread, and some guy came up and started asking me where this and that were in the store, even after I told him twice I don't work here.